How it's going today, Lord, let's get my name is Dwayne.
My name's Jasmine.
We're Dwayne and Jazz, so we have Getting Suspended in High School by Young Dawn. The sauce.
I got suspended once.
I got suspended one time, and I'll say it after. It wasn't. Y'all will understand. Y'all would understand why I got suspended, and I'm gonna say it at the end. If you guys have any actual questions, please follow us on social media in the link in the show. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's dive on it.
So I almost didn't graduate high school in Jamaica because the dean of discipline of my school caught me selling candy during morning.
Really?
Now I know most of you watching live in America, so
let them do it. It's not
drugs. Dean of discipline, these might be unfamiliar terms to you. Now, for the uninitiated, grew up in Jamaica, graduated Jamaican high school at 16, moved to America, did junior and senior year in Florida, and then graduated American high school. But this story is in the Jamaican high school, so stick with me.
There
are a lot of differences between
Jeez.
high school in Jamaica and high school in America. Public high school in Jamaica, everybody wears uniform. In America, you pretty much wear whatever you want. Jamaican public school start the day off with morning devotion, where we sing praises, clasp our hands, close our eyes, and pray to the good Lord Jesus Christ. In American high school, you make TikToks with your buddies, or whatever the fuck you niggas are doing in 2020. Oh, that's right, y'all niggas in Zoom class. That's right. In American public school, all throughout the campus, you have these large magical boxes where for just a little bit of pocket change, you can get just about any snack or drink that your little heart desires. In Jamaica, it's a little different. When I was going to school, we didn't have vending machines on the campus. Instead, we have street vendors, people with carts that they fill with snacks and drinks and all kinds of shit. Push it down the street, and that's where you go when you want to buy a snack. And in a lot of ways, it's better than a vending machine because you can't negotiate with a vending machine.
You can negotiate.
It costs $1.25 for the Doritos. You better have $1.25. With the street vendors, shit, they'll take $1.15. Anyway, what this means is that the only time you can get any food, snacks, candy, drinks during school in Jamaica was during your 45-minute lunch period. Because street vendors pushing your carts down high school hallways during class time would be ridiculous.
45?
Which means if you didn't bring snacks to school or you didn't stock up during lunchtime, during the rest of school, you pretty much have no way to get any food, especially snacks and especially candy. This created what I like to call a snack vacuum, where other kids saw an oppressive school rule that prevented you from getting candy during class time. I saw a business opportunity. And to be fair, I didn't come up with the idea. I saw this other kid selling Jolly Ranchers out of a backpack to my classmates, and immediately I was like, yo, that's a lot of money. I could be doing that. So I went up to the kid and I asked him, where does he get the candy? He told me that he buys it in bulk at a wholesale. Instantly, I remembered that my cousin that I grew up with, who was like a big sister to me, was married to a Chinese guy who owned a wholesale downtown. So I went home, told my mom about the business idea, and of course, she was very supportive. My mom has always supported anything I wanted to do, so long as it didn't get in the way of school. So she called my cousin, who spoke to her husband, who then basically was giving me the candy for the price that he was getting. Meaning, I was getting my candy for less than wholesale price. You get that? Let me break this shit down to you. Okay, so let's say you go in a gas station, right? You look down by the register, what do you see? A big box of Snickers bars, $1 each. And let's say the box holds 20 Snickers bars. If you wanted to buy all 20 Snickers bars, you would have to pay $20. Well, if you were to go to a wholesale store, you could just buy the big box unopened for $10. So now you're paying 50 cents per Snickers.
You got a profit.
And that's because the guy who owns the wholesale store is buying these boxes by the crate load directly from Snickers. So he's getting them for like 5-10 cents per Snickers bar. That's the price I was paying. Because the guy who owned the wholesale store was making babies with my cousin, who again is like a big sister to me.
Oh my goodness.
It's not what you know.
It's who you know.
It's who you know. After one day of selling candy, I made about my initial $20 investment plus profit. By the end of the week, I had 2 other dudes selling candy for me. I was making so much money that I stopped asking my mom for lunch money. Of course, she would still give it to me, but that just went right back into the business, of course. And I was never a tough guy back in school, but something about having other dudes who grew up in the hood report back to you at the end of the day with money in their hand, it just gives you a certain Pablo Escobar-esque type. You know? Now the truth is, these niggas were stealing from me. Constantly. They stole candy, they stole money, but because the profit margins were so high, it was worth the loss. I was still making money hand over fist. Now, of course, a guy like Pablo Escobar would disagree with that.
He'll pull
based
up.
on principle. You know, he'd cut their legs off and throw them in a river. But me, Christian boy, I go to church on Sundays, and I just wanted some new shoes, an Xbox, you know, some cool clothes.
Regular stuff.
That's all I really wanted. So if that meant having to take a loss here and there, well, that was okay with me. Now, if you were paying attention during the beginning of the video, it wouldn't take a rocket scientist to realize that this was probably against the rules.
Yeah, we can't do that, though.
Actually, this was so against the rules that if you were caught selling candy to other students, you'd get suspended. 3 suspensions, and you're expelled. I wasn't worried about getting expelled. What I was worried about was not graduating. You see, my senior year of high school in Jamaica was on record the most disobedient, disrespectful, unruly graduating class to have ever come out of art in high school. At least according to the dean of discipline, the music teacher, the principal,
all of them,
and everybody else who we were supposed to be listening to. As a result, we were warned that anybody who caught a suspension, even once, for any reason at all, was not going to be allowed to walk the stage during graduation. And I know Pablo Escobar got shot or whatever, but that actually sounds way better than having to tell your Jamaican mother that you can't participate in graduation. I mean, death by firing squad sounds way more pleasant. So one morning, during morning devotion, I was chilling at my desk when one of my homies and classmates, Peter, looks over to me and gave me that look. It was that, hey, got any candy look? And of course, by now, everybody knew I was the plug. And my gut told me it was too early to start selling.
Don't do it now.
I mean, if for no other reason than the fact that it's the Lord's time. I mean, we're supposed to be praying to God right now. Here I am slinging illegal candy under his nose. God. So Peter comes over to my desk, hands me like, I don't know, 25 cents, which probably back then got you about a few Jolly Ranchers, you know, just enough to hold you over till lunchtime. I discreetly pass Peter the candy, and as I'm pulling away my hand, I look up, and who do I see staring?
The dean. Look at him.
My heart drops. I put my hands in my pocket, and I look down at my desk, and I'm just hoping that he did not realize what just occurred.
Did you see it?
But he was
Look
not
at
a
him.
fool.
Oh
All
my
I
God.
hear is, Mr. Hines, to the front of the classroom, please.
Yeah, you should have never did
I
that.
start walking to the front. Whoa, Mr. Hines, don't forget your bag. Bring that too. As a matter of fact, here, give it to me. I'll keep it safe. And we walk to his office. And when we get to his office, he sits me down, opens the bag, sees the candy.
Look at the music.
Are you aware of the consequences of being caught soliciting candy during school hours?
See?
So then you know you'll not be walking the stage with the graduating class.
Now at 7-Eleven, get any sized coffee for $1 or a big gulp drink for just 49 cents with 7 rewards. Is that what you want? Oh, we know. We might know you better than you know yourself. 7-Eleven, always open.
Yeah. And you have nothing to say for yourself. When I don't show up to school next week, ask my mother where my body is buried. Oh. Mr. Hines, you know, I thought you were much smarter than this. I'm also aware that you're an okay student. You don't really get in trouble. So here's what I'm willing to do, Mr. Hines.
Okay.
I will allow you to walk the stage with your classmates.
Thank you.
But you are still suspended. You must Show up to school tomorrow wearing the black and white, and if you are caught soliciting candy again, I can guarantee that you will not be
So
graduating.
in-school suspension. Okay,
In
got
school
it.
suspension.
Understand?
That's all.
I'd rather take that
Good.
than have our parents.
All right,
think
now
I'm
go back to
actually
your class.
suspended.
Oh, one more thing, Mr.
Give me the
Hines.
bag.
Thank you for the candy.
Oh.
Man!
Petty.
And
I
thus
see
marks
that
the
happen.
end of my legal candy selling career.
Mm.
Taught me a lot. Had a lot of fun. Made me some money. I'm glad I got to graduate. But you know what? Even if I didn't, I'm glad I did what I did. Because no risks, no reward. And sometimes the greatest reward is finding out that you have the balls to take the risk in the first place. Yeah,
The end.
that kind of sounds
There you
good.
go.
We gotta go.
Yeah.
Yo, that was nice. That was pretty good.
Man, I saw that happen, that confiscation happen of the candy. I've seen it because I had a friend and he always sold candy all the time. And so like he got caught in gym. I will never forget it. He got caught in gym. And his bag, he didn't just have candy. He had like honey buns. He had like chips. He had the whole like shebang. Like and you thought that his bag was full of books. No, it wasn't. It was just all food. And so he was just like doing transactions all day, every day. Then in gym, he gave a honey bun to somebody, and then one of the gym teachers saw it, and so he caught him, and then he was like, "Hey, give it to me." And then he was like, "Man, can you just let me go? Like, and like, don't get me in trouble and stuff like that." And he was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna say nothing, but you gotta give me the bag, basically." And so that whole bag that had all the candy, all the honey buns, all the snacks, he had to give him right to the teacher, and he kept it. And was eating it too. He opened up the stuff and was eating it on the side. I was like, dang. And everybody was just
It's always the gym teachers that
it's
be
always
the disciplinary.
the gym teachers that gotta be
Exactly.
doing stuff like that. And so like it just hurt because like I was like, oh, I know how much money he's missing out on, and it's not like it's drugs. Like it's just it's something to keep us awake during class.
It's like they equate it to drugs because I used to sell candy.
Get it.
I used to sell candy and it was profitable. So my thing is that you can't sell candy because I'm guessing like the school. I don't know how
that's like your gateway to selling drugs or something.
No, not what I'm saying. Not what I'm saying. No.
Because I think that's what they think. Like I just want to get money because I'm a broke child.
Listen. So I'm thinking that you can't sell candy because like at least in America, I don't know about everybody else, but they do have those vending machines.
Yep.
And so listen, but like if you're selling candy, then that means that the vending machines that I guess are paying the school for the spot, because I'm guessing it's like a spot, are not getting any money from it. I remember one time.
They charge too much anyway.
I remember one time. A lot of students got suspended because the vending machine was broke. Somebody broke it, and they took all the Gatorades out of that thing. So it was like
I did that too, cause one of ours was broken. We didn't have many, but like we had like the soda ones, and so one of them by the gym was broken one time. Because somebody had put some in and they got like more than what they're supposed to. So then I put in $1 and I tried to see what happened. And then I got like 2 of them and I was like, oh, okay. And then we started telling everybody, hey, go. I was like, go pay for that initial one and then it's going to give you more if you keep pressing a button. And it did. So I don't think that we got in trouble for that because I don't think they found out, but it was empty.
So yeah, but like okay, so I got suspended and I think I said this story before. I don't remember. Remember the earthquake? It was an earthquake in Maryland.
Oh and I was home.
Listen to your music in the background or while using other apps. Start a free trial of YouTube Premium today.
So my dad, I called my dad because it was an earthquake. Like we don't have earthquakes here. It's not like California where like it's
where
regular.
That's a normal thing.
Yeah,
like here, it's like the end of the world. Like
it's like it was like crazy. All you heard was the beam. It was like it felt like you heard like a beam over your head.
I remember.
And we was like, is somebody working up there? No, it was an earthquake. Went outside, and so we're just waiting there. So earlier that day, I had my iPod on, and like this is one person, superintendent, whatever you call them. Yeah. I was just pressed. No, all the teachers let me just chill. As I walked through the hall, and then she was so pressed, and she was like, "Give me the thing," and then I just used the opportunity because there was a lot of students. I used the opportunity to sneak off. So she saw me again, and then was like, and then she was like, "You can't go," because my dad's across the there was like a fence, and my dad's across the fence, and he's like, "Come on," and she's like, "No," she was like, "Don't go over there," da da da. And I was like, "Man, forget that. I'm going where my dad is. He's like across, and he's not letting me go." So I'm like, I'm hopped the fence. And so I hopped the fence again. We couldn't get in contact with my mom. So we was in like, man, forget this. Forget this. My mom might be, my mom might be hurt or dead or something like that. Yeah. So it was like, I went and then we got a call on the phone that I was suspended. And my dad was like, what? And I was like, so we went to the school the next day that I was supposed to be suspended. And she said I was suspended for a day because I didn't give her an iPod or whatever. And I went over the fence when I told her not to. My person was like, well, forget that. And so they let me slide that one time. But it was like, man, forget her. They're like, she the B word. Forget her. That was during an emergency. Like, do you have anybody you care for or anything like that? You would do this. Like, my mom was like, you don't have. Obviously, she don't have nobody she care for because she didn't let you go. Like, obviously, she had no kids or no.
Oh my God, they gotta come for her life.
No, because they like this is an emergency. Like anybody would like understand. Like especially if your parent is like telling you to come on. I'm like my parent.
Well, then I would listen to my parent more than
my dad. Like, come on, because we can't get in contact with your mother. Yeah. So it's like, ooh, I hated her. Ugh.
I know that when that earthquake happened, I was in choir class. I was the last class of the day. I was sitting, and all of a sudden I saw that TV shake, and then I saw that, and I was like, I think I was the first one to see that, and like I saw it, and then I got up, and it got worse and worse. I dipped. I got out. And then everybody, like, it's like some people did, like, there was like some teachers trying to wrangle people to get back in the classroom and stuff like that. But like, there's a bus stop.
I had a ton of fun playing through Darkness Rises.
And there's never been a better time to join than right now.
Stop. Like right there. And that's the bus that takes me like straight to my neighborhood. So I got on the bus. I went home. Because it was already the end of the day. And so like my friends were texting me and it was like, oh, where are you? I was like, I'm going home. And it was like, you didn't go back in? I was like, no, I'm not going back in. I was like, I'm going home. So bye.
Right.
I'm not, this is an earthquake. It's a natural disaster. I could care less about this school institution. I could care less. It's already the end of the day.
Right.
All right, I'm going home.
I'm gone.
I'm going home.
Bye.
Okay? So, bye.
Anyway, guys, comment below. Let us know what you think.
Don't forget to like,
subscribe,
and share.